About this series, we're going to call it self-sufficiency. Okay, this is going to be self-sufficiency. What we mean by self-sufficiency is to be able to live without the help of, let's say, the standard institutions. Hey guys, welcome to the AsherGad channel, making Africa home again, one family at a time. Good to see you again on this lovely day, another Tuesday, 6 p.m. GMT. Hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the four corners of the earth, working gradually to make your dreams come true over here in this lovely continent of Africa, or Arkebulan, as some people call it, or as it used to be called. All right. So today we're gonna start a new series. By popular request, people have been asking us, how's our garden going, how's our farming going, etc., etc. Multiple emails. So we thought, we better take you guys through it step by step, what we are doing. It's been a while, so I'm sure you're going to see something quite different today. Unfortunately, Gad has traveled and she's taken the laptop with her, so I don't know if I'll get our traditional normal music on this video, but I'll see what I can do. If you hear it, then that means that I made it. So there you go. So what is this series about? This series, we're going to call it self-sufficiency. Okay, this is going to be self-sufficiency. What we mean by self-sufficiency is to be able to live without the help of, let's say, the standard institutions, let's say, in every country, and how can a family be self-sufficient? It's really three main things. There's your water source, your food source, okay, and your electricity source. These are the three main factors. So we'll try and cover all those three. But for me, especially when it comes to Africa, water and food are obviously clearly the two most important items, water being first, electricity coming as the third most important item. So today's video is going to talk about food, self-sufficiency, all about food. All right, so let's go straight into it. Let me just check my notes. Yes, so obviously in the world we're living in, obviously food is very important, obviously for mankind. With this conflict that's happening, there are rumors of food shortages. We've all seen the price increase of food all over the world. Here in Ghana, I know in the UK, price of food has gone up dramatically. So, food self-sufficiency is important. I would say wherever you are in the world, you can start your own little farm. Even if you're in a built-up city like New York or London, you can start in pots. You can start growing in pots. You can start growing in bowls. You can even start growing in water bottles. There are various videos out there that will show you how you can start growing in water bottles. So this is quite important. Another reason why it's important to us is, the other day, I think I went into a supermarket in Ghana, Melcom. I can't remember what I bought, a couple of things, but I think these were imported items, actually. And then I just happened to, I don't know why, I just happened to look at the ingredients, went through it, and I realized, to my shock, my horror, that some of the items were GMO, which I absolutely am against. Some of you may be happy with GMO, but I certainly am not. So when I saw that, I thought, oh no, not at all. Don't like this at all. Don't like GMO. Everything natural. We're growing everything natural here. No chemicals, all natural sort of fertilizers, chicken manure. Everything natural in our farm. So that's the more reason why growing your own food is good. Even out there in the UK, in the US, do your own research. When they say something is organic, sometimes there are some hidden clauses in there, okay, hidden variety. So do your own research so that you know whether what you're eating is truly organic or not. All right, so let's turn the camera around and get straight into it to show you what is happening on the AsherGad family farm. Hey guys, so here we are. This is the farm as it looks at the moment. I'll just zoom out a bit for you. We have a variety of plants and crops that have been planted. So I think for some of you, the last time you saw this farm, it was a it was a sweet corn forest. You know, we had sweet corn that was about, some of them were almost 7 feet tall. I mean, the sweet corn was so very tall, and we had a massive harvest. Oh, glory to the Most High, yeah. And you know, we've eaten some of it, we've stored some of it, and that is absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. The sweet corn is awesome. We've got a few sweet corn growing again for the second season. So what we did is we we harvested all the sweet corn. They're all removed now, and this is the new season. What we did was we got some chicken manure just to refertilize the soil a little bit. Okay, all right, for the new crops, vegetables that we wanted to grow. All right, so we did that, just a little top up, and that was all good. As you can see, I'll just zoom in here right now. This here, and we have labeled everything, but unfortunately we used the wrong label, so it's all wiped off in the rain. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this bottle and put a proper label from a stationery inside the bottle. Next time you see a farming video, all the labels will be nice and clear. So I'll just zoom into this bed which we have actually already started harvesting from. This is lettuce. Okay, this is all lettuce. You can see our harvesting bowl picture on your screen. Okay, it's absolutely awesome. Our own lettuce that has been grown here. Now, if you observe carefully, you will see some dead plant material here. Okay, now these are this is the bark or the stem of the sweet corn that used to be here. All right, now what we did was we put the sweet corn stems and dead plant material all on the soil bed, okay, prior or in addition, at the same time as planting the lettuce. Okay, and that really, the purpose of that was to serve as an organic mulch. Okay, organic mulch, that is MULCH. All right, and for those of you who don't know what mulch is, it is just organic material. In fact, some people also use inorganic material, but we prefer organic, as we said in the beginning. So it is organic material that is applied to the surface of the soil. Okay, and organic material can be dead plant materials, leaves and barks, and the whole idea is multiple. Number one, the mulch helps to conserve the moisture of the soil. Okay, it wasn't raining as much when we planted, so that's very good. It helps to minimize the growth of weeds. Okay, as you can see, you're never gonna prevent weeds fully, but it helps to minimize the growth of weeds. Okay, and it also helps to improve the fertility of the soil. So when you harvest, don't just throw the plants away. Reuse them as mulch for your new season. Okay, all right. Now, when we planted initially, so let's just go over here. When we planted initially, some of the seedlings, or some of the seeds, if you like, had to be nursed, and some of them were straight into the ground. This here is an example of the seeds that went straight into the ground. Now, some of you, if you can guess what this is, then you're very good. This here is radish. Okay, picture on your screen of what radish is. This here is radish, growing very nicely. When we planted them initially, we had to cover this with dry grass. When the seeds went straight into the ground, we covered it with dry grass, and the whole idea of that is to minimize the intensity of the sun on the new seedlings, because they won't grow very well. So we have to give them a bit of shade until they began to come up. Once they began to come up and grow, then we can now expose them to the elements. Okay, so that was great. This plant here, what do we have here? Let's have a look. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, look at this. I haven't actually seen this. Look at this. I just zoom in. Here we go, guys. A couple of massive aubergines growing. I'm looking forward to those. I love them. I love them cooked. Some people eat them raw as well. You know, raw. Some people eat them. My wife's culture or family, they can eat this raw with peanut butter. You can actually eat garden eggs also raw with peanut butter as well. I've had a taste of it, and yeah, it's not a bad survival vegetable if you haven't got the means to cook it. But that's very, very, very good. Aubergine. Right. So over here, this is This is ginger. All that is ginger you see planted over there. Okay, we don't have anything in this bed yet. This is the passion fruit. Okay, walking over here. Yes, a few more sweet corn growing. You know, always have to have a little bit of sweet corn, but not too focused this time around. Right, we have our plantain is also growing very. We've got 4 plantain stroke banana plants, if you like. I'm not sure which is which. I think this plantain here is the fufu type plantain, as they call bordia in Ghana. The next, that one there is the smaller one they call apim, which is normally used for like you know, a meal with stew, let's say. Then we've got the short variety of banana there and a longer variety of banana there, all local. We love local. And if I zoom in a bit more, pay attention, right? Zoom in a bit. This sort of thing here, these sticks that are supporting leaves, that is yam, and we have some down there as well. All that is yam. Okay, very important to have your tubers, obviously, for your carbs. All right, more sweet corn in the middle. I'll just zoom in here to show you this here, this mold here, around here, just this mold all around here. We've planted, sorry, get the camera to focus. We've planted sweet potatoes all at the back wall here. All right, so that is also, sweet potato is obviously very important. You know, you can use potatoes for many things. You know, you can eat them directly with stew. You can make chips out of them, fries, what have you. So very versatile to have potatoes, and they don't take too long to grow either, which is fantastic. This here is a variety of cocoyam. Okay, all along this stretch here. Okay, all along this stretch is a variety of cocoyam all along here, which is absolutely wonderful. Okay, let's go along further and see what else we've planted. I think we talked about this. This is ugu, which is used a lot by the Igbos. It's like, let's just call it African spinach. It has a scientific name, which if I find, I put on your screen. Very nutritious. We have it, you know, we have it like we have kontomire in Ghana, spinach stew. Absolutely amazing. It's used in soup as well. Really nice. Absolutely love it. That's why we've dedicated 2 vegetable beds to it, or for it. This is a mango tree growing up here. Let's come to this bed. Right, so see if you can guess what these are. Okay, again, we've done it in rows, a number of rows. I love this particular vegetable myself. Really good, really nutritious, really great for the eyes. Yes, you guessed it, these are carrots. Okay, these are carrots. Really good for your eyes. And also, without going into too much detail, if you have issues with constipation, then don't go for the chemicals. Just eat a whole lot of carrots. Okay, especially in the evening, and the next day you'll be happy. You'll be happy with yourself. Okay, so carrots, great nutrition for the eyes, great for constipation as well, naturally. All right. Right, let's look at some of the you know what, guys, before we look at the ones that have been nursed, let's just go for a quick break and we'll be right back. Great opportunity here to buy land in Accra, in an area called Malajo in Accra. Spelling on your screen. It's near the new sort of Salem Estates, approximately 45 minutes from the Kotoka International Airport. There are 4 plots that the owner has. The owner is selling 2 of these plots. Just to give a bit of history, the owner has owned this land for the past 15 years, so it's genuine land, no issues with it. For those who are interested, 2 of the 4 plots are being sold. Each plot is the standard 100 foot by 70 foot. If you are interested, contact the number on your screen and we'll give you further details. All the best. Welcome back, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little advert. A great opportunity for those who are interested in land in Accra. All right, so let's have a look at the nest beds. Now this one, I can't remember what this one is. Unfortunately, the label has been wiped off by rain, so I cannot remember what this particularly is. But in the next video, hopefully we'll have the label sorted out. This here is, as you can see there, this is cabbage. Okay, So that's cabbage being nursed there. This one here, again, let's see if pepper. At least this label is still not so right. So that's pepper in that. Okay. This here, what do we have here? Can't remember what we have here. Something in there. And over there we've got more carrots. Okay. Obviously that's avocado. This is one of my favorite fruit in Ghana. That there is soursop. Okay, soursop. If you haven't seen it before, it's on your screen. Soursop, really nutritious and absolutely delicious at the same time. Okay, right. This here is a guava tree. Okay. What do we have growing along here? We've got more okra growing along here. We've harvested the okra, which is great as well. Along this stretch here, we've got garden eggs. Okay, garden eggs along that stretch, which obviously is also very useful for many things. As I said earlier, you can cook it, and in some cultures you can eat it raw with peanut butter as well. Let's just go along here. Let me show you this. We began to put coconut shelves down, as you can see along here. I mean, we kind of stopped short because but the idea was to minimize the growth of weeds. Okay, so we need to put some more down, which we will do. Just haven't got round to it yet. Yes, let's just go on the back stretch. So on the back stretch here, you can see some pineapples planted in the ground. All along there, we've actually planted some granates, some peanuts, all along there as well. This here is a nunum tree, which is very medicinal, very sort of herbal as well for various illnesses. This is what we call the bitter leaf. Again, very nutritious indeed. It's used to make soups, stew, and very nice indeed. I think that's another guava tree there. There's a pawpaw tree over there. I'm just zooming. That's where that bottle is. That's a pawpaw tree. Get the camera to zoom very well. Pawpaw tree right there, growing nicely. Another variety of cocoyam in the corner there. All right, so we'll label this up all very nicely. This lettuce is going to be harvested. Probably all of it will be gone in a week, ready for a new plantation. Right, so a piece of advice for those who like butternut squash. Let me tell you about butternut squash. Absolutely amazing. I mean, we've cleared it all now. We're gonna replant again. Butternut squash is absolutely awesome. Really awesome. So yes, as I was saying, butternut squash, really awesome. Showing you pictures of what's remaining. We harvested it a while back, and we're eating it gradually. Really nice. I think it's part of the melon family. Really nice. Really is. I mean, it's a I think it's a vegetable, but it is so filling. When you cook it, you can cook it, in various ways. You can roast it, you can cook it like you cook sweet potato. You can cook it in almost like a mash style with other vegetables. Amazing. But if you're going to grow butternut squash, you need a lot of land, because it crawls all over the place and can really take over the farm. So our next plantation of butternut squash, we'll probably do it on the unoccupied plot, where we've got loads of space just for it to crawl and expand its wings, its leaves as much as it wants. But yeah, butternut squash, absolutely amazing. Let me just check my notes to make sure I haven't missed anything out. Not easy. I'm holding the camera and a book at the same time, so just bear with me on that. What else? Right, so we've talked about a number of items that we've planted. Tomatoes as well. I forgot to show you the tomatoes, but yes, we have tomatoes planted, which is absolutely necessary. We also have onions. That's probably one of the pots I couldn't recognize. We have onions, tomatoes. We talked about the pineapples. So what's next? The next items that we want to plant are two things. We want to plant broccoli. Absolutely love broccoli. Very nutritious vegetable, or broccoli, amazing. I love it. I buy it in Ghana sometimes, but I have to say that Ghanaians in general don't seem to like it. You go to the market Medina Market, Dodua Market, whatever market you go, and sometimes it's difficult to find. But eventually we found some. We buy every now and again. We got the seeds, so we're going to plant broccoli next. Find somewhere to plant it. One of the beds, a couple of the beds are not being used yet, so broccoli next, and then also mushroom. We need to get some mushrooms down here as well. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're doing regarding the farm. Let me give you one last view of it. Okay, so this is what we're doing regarding the farm. Okay, those are the tomatoes to the right of the radish. We've harvested most of them, but they're ready for the next season. Okay, oops. So yeah, so that's what we're doing regarding the farm as it is now. We need to do a bit of weeding, which we'll do. This bed here is not being used. These are all weeds. So all that will be removed for something more useful to be planted. We've got a bit of a citrus tree growing there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Operation Feed Yourself. Okay, very important, guys. Self-sufficiency in food and in water. When you're on the continent, invest in a borehole if you can. Very important. And obviously self-sufficiency, electricity being the third item. You can invest in a generator. You can invest in let's say an inverter and batteries, let's say. And I'll cover that in a separate video to make your solar system a bit more affordable. All right. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Self-sufficiency series. Okay. Hopefully it motivates you guys to do for yourself. One thing I don't like is you go to some Ghanaian homes, right? And we're living in this lovely continent. You go to some Ghanaian homes, right? Some of my neighbors in particular, and everywhere. And some of them, the entire landscape is all tiles. The entire landscape is either all tiles or all concrete. Why would you do that? I've seen houses. Yeah? Houses, the entire landscape is tiles. Baking hot and not a very good use of your land. If you have enough land, don't just put tiles everywhere or pavement blocking everywhere. Leave some area for natural grass. Leave some area for your food. This is what we will recommend. Okay, so hope that was useful. Hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. All right, so as usual, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button so you always be aware when AsherGad upload a new video for your educational and viewing pleasure. So from Gad, who's not around right now, Kemesia, and for me, guys, Yebeshia. See you next time.